My parents are mad that I don't want kids. I, 21F, have wanted children as long as I can remember. When I hit 18 and it became apparent that I was the only one of my parents' 5 kids that was thinking about kids in the future, my parents were mad. My mom wanted lots of grandbabies running around. It because a joke in my dad's family that I would be a terrible mother, and my dad took it very seriously. Every time I'd be playing with a relative's child, my dad would say, "Too bad that won't be you," or something like that. It was a joke at first, but they've been harping on me for 3 years and it's made me realize I probably can't take care of a child. I don't think I'd be able to deal with them financially or mentally. I don't think I'd be able to put them first, and I would never want to raise a child the way my parents raised me. I told them this and they are furious. They think I'm cheating them out of grandchildren and that I'm so selfish, but none of my 4 older brothers, 28, 29, 33, 35, are expected to have kids if they don't want them. I don't know what to do, but sure as hell I'm not having a baby to satisfy these awful people. Does anyone know how I would diffuse the situation? I just want them to shut up about it. I know this post is very biased, but I'm just so confused why they would try to talk me out of this then get mad at me about it. Edit. Thank you so much for all the nice comments and the award thing. It means so much to me. Yellow heart. I'm so confused, lol. If they were pinning their hopes of grandchildren on you, why did they keep telling you that you would be a terrible parent? Kids are something you have to choose for yourself. You're 21 and definitely don't need to make this decision right now. You may change your mind later, you may not. Not having kids is just as valid as having kids, as long as you are living a life you want to live. I'd honestly say something snarky about, "Well, you think I'd be a bad mom anyway," but the mature thing to do would probably be to decline to discuss this matter further with them. Are you from a culture with traditional role for a woman by any chance? Because I was born in Soviet Union and gosh, that idiocy bothered me and my wife for almost a decade. When are you going to have kids? The clock is ticking, you are not getting younger, and so on. We were in early 20s back then, no savings, beginning of the career, shitty rented apartment, a perfect combination to have kids. Probably a smile. Really, just ignore this nonsense and live your life the way you see it. I wouldn't say I lived in a traditional country, but my parents were raised in colonialization culture, which is when a bunch of British families move to a country in Africa and act all high and mighty. They have pretty rigid rules in the house, but I didn't think grandchildren would be this big of a deal. This whole situation is avoidable. You're 21 years old. You don't know where your life is going to take you, so just say that. It's fine to not ever want kids, but you don't need to tell them that. People who want grandchildren shouldn't talk about how their kids will be terrible parents. Your parents are getting what they deserve. I can see why none of the 5 of you are inclined to want kids. I'm betting at least one of the 5 of you will end up with a kid or 2, but those kids won't get a lot of grandparent time. I just wouldn't discuss it with them. At this point, if it comes up, I'd just say I'm 21. I'm finishing my education. I'm not even married and I don't want to discuss the status of my uterus with you. It's inappropriate. And if they won't stop contact. The price of admission if they want to be in your life is that they respect your boundaries. I'm CF, but hell, I practically raised my younger siblings, then raised step-kids. I'm fine were kids, I just know how I think it should be done and am tired of doing it, so I didn't. That said, if your decision is based on stupid comments people have made over the years versus an actual desire not to be a parent, give yourself some time to be out on your own away from that negative talk. You are not required to have kids, but if you wanted to, I'm sure you would do the research and make the plans to do so responsibly. Bottom line, it's none of their business. Shut them down. Girlfriend, 19F, spoiled me, 19M, for Valentine's Day and I feel kinda guilty. I haven't been in a legitimate relationship since sophomore in high school. I'm a freshman in college right now, so I'm pretty new to all of this. So my girlfriend that I met about 2 months ago spoiled me for Valentine's Day. She got me a super nice hoodie, a new hat, and took me out to lunch and dinner and refused to let me pay. She pampered me. Problem is now I feel so bad. I only got her a box of chocolate and a handwritten card. Meanwhile she got me so much more. How can I repay her, or how can I spoil her in the same way? Don't undervalue a handwritten card. It shows you put thought into it and comes from the heart, and to me that's worth more than a physical gift. Your relationship is new. You don't know the gift handling situation. Now you do. She is a giver. You don't need to match her in terms of value or number of gifts, unless she is materialistic, because it's true that it's the thought that counts. Invite her over for a home-cooked meal. Get some candles and have a romantic night. It's easy to execute and very thoughtful. Edit, thanks for the gold, cool face. Eat the box, bro. If it was your first V-Day together, it can often be a learning experience for both of you to figure out what your expectations are. It can be hard to guess at appropriate gift levels when a relationship is new. I don't think you messed up too bad, but find a way to surprise her in a week or two. Bring her flowers for no reason, or surprise her with dinner and her favorite dessert. Don't say, "I'm doing this to make up for Valentine's Day." Let it be a cute surprise for no reason. Personally, I'm never that excited for flowers and chocolate on Valentine's Day. Little gifts or surprises for no reason are more meaningful for me, because it means the person thought of me without a particular obligation. I, 18M, have been forced to stay indoors, not even the balcony, by my mother, 48F, since mid-March of 2020, and I am losing my mind. I, 18M / have been forced to stay indoors, not even the balcony, by my mother, 48F / since mid-March of 2020, and I am losing my mind. When the virus caused the first round of lockdowns, my mother went into overdrive and forbid anyone to go outside, not even the balcony. She is super paranoid of the virus. She thinks our neighbors are all infected because she heard some coughing and also heard some people talking at the door with the neighbor. She assumed it was the health officials coming with COVID test results. I tried debating with her and it never worked, so I just gave up for a while. With cases finally dipping below 1K a day, she promised I could go out some months ago, but no surprise, she broke her promise. And the worst part is that I asked if she would let me out after vaccinations, and she refused to say if she would keep her word to let me out. With online university really stressing me out because of the lack of social interaction, combined with being cooped up 24/7 is really stretching my mental health, and I am always falling behind in classes and performing poorly compared to before. I am not doing anything stupid if I go out. I'll mask up, glove up, and just go for a walk or bike ride socially distanced. Anyone have any suggestions on how to convince her to stop being so overly paranoid and understand that at my age I can be responsible? Edit, since a lot of people seem to be asking about it. / my family is in China, so living with them is not a choice. / my close friends are all currently living at home, so I do not want to bother their whole family. Honestly, living with parents after you legally become an adult creates some real issues with respect to boundaries. On one hand, you are able to do your own thing and legally she can't keep you there, but on the other side you live under your mom's roof, and I still feel it's important to respect her. But not being able to step out on your balcony is overly protective. If she doesn't want to go out, that's one thing, but if she is worried about you bringing it home, you really should try and get out of there. Clearly your mom is very distraught over COVID. I'd recommend both of you individually see a therapist. If she won't, you certainly should to talk through this with a professional on your own. Do you have any resources to try and find a place on your own or stay with other friends or family? I'm sorry you are going through this, and not being able to get outside for a whole year is a lot. She can't keep you there. So what is your situation that makes it so you can't leave? I may be able to move out this fall, seeing how the university is doing things for now. Well, I never really went against my parents in any major way before, so I'm not the kind of guy to just walk out. I'm taking COVID fucking seriously, but even I think she's going too far. I suspect actual mental illness. End of the day, you're 18. What would actually happen if you simply masked up and walked out? What would she actually do? Apart from have hysterics, of course. I mean, if she really wanted to, I suppose she could lock me out or something. This is not a question of how to convince her. Frankly, she sounds agoraphobic, and not interested in getting treatment. Do you have any place else to stay? It may be likely for me to move to my university's city in fall of this year. Do you have any options to escape and live with family or friends? Seems like your mum either has mental health issues or is using this to exert control. I think you should work on an exit strategy. Do you have any plans to study somewhere else? Yes, my university is actually in a different city quite far away. I was planning to move out in fall 2020, but campus closed. Depending on the situation, I may move out earliest fall 2021. I'm so sorry, dude. At your age of 18, legally she cannot keep you in the house. Legally you could walk right out without any repercussions. But I know that isn't always ideal. Have you talked to her about how you feel? Stress how much it has emotionally impacted you. If she is still refusing to let you out of the house, there might be something mentally wrong with her if she can't get over it. Is she at risk? Or does she have a health condition that could lead her to dying? Or do you or anyone else in your family? And feel free to speak your mind and talk. I've got nothing better to do.